Do you like to set reading goals, or do you find that they give you stress, anxiety, or ruin your reading experience? As always, there's no wrong way to read, and if you really like setting reading goals, I think that's awesome, and I think that you should enjoy that. We can look at reading goals in sort of a couple different ways. There are people who set volume based reading goals. So, for instance, I want to read 10 books this month. I want to read 75 books in a year and that kind of thing. My problem with those sorts of reading goals is for me, it makes reading and books feel like something to be gotten through versus something to experience and interpret. When I read a book, I want to be involved in the reading of that book. I want the story to take the time that it takes. Sometimes when you read a book, the story is moving very quickly. Sometimes you need to spend some time in that world. And when I start to feel pressured and rushed because I've got a goal or a deadline that I want to hit, that really takes me out of that experience and doesn't allow me to enjoy it to the fullest extent. I'm also very much a mood reader, and if I set a specific goal, for instance, saying I have to read these 8 books this month, I may get to a point where I'm reading something and say, man, I want to go off on this tangent. I'm finishing up The Land of the Living and the Dead, for instance, and I've actually decided I'm going to go ahead and start going straight into the novellas. And if I had a very strict monthly TBR that I had to stick to, I wouldn't necessarily be able to do that. Now, obviously, I could. I've got total free will. But that sort of pressure of myself of, well, you said you were going to read these books, might make me feel bad about going down a road that I kind of wanted to go down instead. Now, there is one reading goal that I always do have and that I think is a great way to approach reading. And for me, that is my new goal this year has been to read every day. I don't have a set time limit on that. I don't have a set number of pages. I just know that I need to sit down every day with a book or an audiobook and read or listen and spend some time every day off of my phone, off of screens, in quiet, reading a book. Some days it turns into a chapter, some days it turns into a late night reading marathon, but every day getting a little bit of reading in has been something that for me has been very beneficial, certainly for my mental health, and has been great in terms of getting back into reading. So all of our brains work differently and there's no wrong way to read. So I'm interested to know from you,